What's going on, everybody? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, here to bring to you my Week 9 video from my takeaways and analysis for the game versus Michigan State. Let me get into it. Actually, before I even get into it, leave me a comment in the comment section below. How did you feel about the game tonight? Do you feel that Michigan dominated? Do you feel as though they did what they needed to do to get the victory? Were you disappointed in the score? Let me know how you felt in the comment section below. So, coming into this game, it's a rivalry. Obviously not as big of a rival as it is to Ohio State, but still an in-state rival. Obviously history and all that stuff. And, there was just, even though the teams are not evenly matched as far as talent and stuff like that in the record and all that stuff, there was still, some sort of, I don't know, like the boogeyman of Michigan State past, or the ghost of Michigan State past, where even though on paper they shouldn't be able to hang with us because of things that's happened in the past, that, the game would be relatively close and stuff like that. Even though the score was only 29-7, this game was almost how like the Penn State game was, where even though the score was close on the field, and as far as the scoreboard goes, it was close, but on the field it really wasn't that close. I mean, you take away that push-off touchdown that they got, in some yards on the first few series that they had, that was pretty much their offense for the whole game. Once again, the second half dominance comes into play with the defense. Michigan State didn't have a whole lot going for them. A couple of plays here and there, scored that one touchdown, like I said, off the push off. Other than that, they didn't really do a whole lot for the rest of the game. And but I'm gonna get into. Obviously the biggest concern is our red zone offense. Once again, it was anemic. You're talking about, it looked like Iowa offense. That's how bad it was. It's like once we get into the red zone, like our creativity just goes out the window. It's like we have to run the football every single time. I'm not understanding why they don't allow JJ more shots of throwing the football when they get into the red zone. He's got the arm, he's got the mobility. Is it that they just don't trust him? I don't know. But he needs to be given more opportunities to pass the football to try and, get a touchdown in the red zone. So who knows? Maybe we'll see that in the next game. I doubt it, but there's a chance that it could be. Just piggybacking off of that, the play calling was not the greatest as far as being in the red zone. And if we continue to struggle as we are, it's okay against the lesser teams. But when we go against Ohio State, we can't afford to be kicking 5 field goals. That's just the bottom line. So, JJ played okay. Not the greatest game, but not bad or anything like that. Michigan's key has always been, playing good defense, controlling the football and stuff like that. and running the football. So I guess looking at it now, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're the same, but JJ is pretty much being put in the role that Cade was put last year. Just manage the game, make throws when you need to, throw the football when you need to, but for the most part, we're going to run the football. So that's concerning, a red zone offense. But overall the defense, not the defense, but the offensive line was dominant again. Blake Corum's continuing to do his thing. There's a lot of people talking about him being in the running for a Heisman and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to be the case. He's on the pace of running backs past that, at least got offered to, be considered for the Heisman. I don't know if he's at the end of the season whether he's going to have those type of stats or not. But it's still all in all a great honor to be nominated for that, even if you're not going to probably be there at the end of the year. So yeah, JJ, passing the football wasn't the greatest. However, running the football, he was very effective. And that's, one of the reasons why, I like having him in as opposed to Cade. There's a lot of third downs and even fourth down where he didn't have anything. And luckily enough, the lanes opened up for him to be able to scramble and get the first down. But those weren't exactly the plays that were called for him. So that's why I'm kind of happy that he is, in as opposed to for Cade. The offensive line played very well, running the ball. Blake Corum with another rushing touchdown. The first touchdown was actually considered a pass, like a shovel pass, so that's why he doesn't have 2 touchdown runs. But overall, the offensive line, very effective, pushing guys around, giving the running backs an opportunity to rush through between the tackles. A lot of huge holes. No big Mack truck holes this game that allowed the running game to get a huge run, but very consistent. Blake Corum, I can't remember the exact yardage, but it was over 170 yards. At like 5.7, 5.8 yards per carry. Can't go wrong with that. But they got to be better if they're gonna, even remotely think about, beating Ohio State or going to the football playoffs and beating another team like that. So this team overall really is a second half team. For whatever reason it is, they were once again very stout on defense. Michigan State only that 1 touchdown, and that was it for the rest of the game. Only 250-something yards of total yards. The defense played exceptionally well, getting lots of hurries, a few sacks, an interception. Payne Thorne didn't look comfortable back there. He did get a few throws at the end of the game, but who cares? All in all, the defense played very, very well. I can't complain about that. But overall, I'm happy with the result. Obviously, the score is not indicative of how the game went. Michigan's game plan seems to be hold the ball as long as possible. Settle. Gradually move up the field. Not necessarily get huge chunk plays, but just get small plays in increments good enough to always move the chains, and just slowly, methodically move up the field until we can get a touchdown or score and stuff like that on the offensive end. Time possession was pretty much, I think, almost at least 2-1, if not 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. And just an overall dominating win for Michigan. I know the score, like I said, the score doesn't really show it because of the 5 field goals that we kicked. But just imagine if we scored like 3 or 4 of those as touchdowns as opposed to kicking, field goals. You're looking at probably somewhere around 40-something to 7 or 50-something to 7 if they were able to convert. So that's something that they definitely need to work. But like I said, I'm overall happy. On to the next game. We're not trying to blow everybody out. We're just trying to get a win in convincing fashion and then go on to the next game. That's all that's really important. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like on the video if it helps my video spread. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the game. And if you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Anyways, that's it for watching the video. And as always, go blue.